Oh man, come on. Well, I ain't finna do it now. Get off my thing. I ain't gonna worry about it. Right, black guy. You right, black guy. You right, black guy. Come on. Well, I ain't finna do it now. Get off my thing. I ain't gonna worry about it. Right, black guy. You right, black guy. You right, black guy. Right, black guy. You right, black guy. You right, black guy. This is the Future Proud of For Real TV. Of course, I'm your host, Raheem Green, better known as Top Cat. You see what the heading is. The presidential race. I've been kind of quiet on it since the last little time I had a little something up. Um, so I figure I'll come back to it tonight. I got some people want to come on, but I'm gonna see if they still want to come on. Okay. I see we got Miss Elliott in the house. She said I'm in the house. Just got off work. She said, thumb up the video, thumb up the video. Yep, thumb up the video. If your first time coming to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And we're gonna get started here in a minute here. I'm gonna send these notifications out. I got some notifications to send out. I'm gonna send these notifications out. And yeah, we're gonna get started. So just bear with me. Okay, this is the Future Proud of For Real TV. Of course, I'm Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. I hope I'm being heard. I hope I'm being heard. Okay, I hope I'm being heard. Tonight, presidential race. If anybody wants to come in, wow, let me see if I can get that up in there. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can put this in here. It seems like it don't work for me for some. I don't know. It don't work for y'all. Let me put it that way. But okay, now I gotta remember how to do it. Man, how do I do it? Uh, been so long since I did it. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can get this in here. Uh, I have my other glasses on, man. I'm trying to see if I can get this to stay in here, but we'll see. Okay, that's not okay. Let me see something. Okay, no. That's not what I really want to do. Hold on, bear with me for a second here. Let me see if I can get this in the. Okay, there it go right there. But that's not what I wanted to do. Man, how do I do it? I can't remember how to do it now. How do I do it? Bear with me, bear with me. I'm trying to put the uh um no, that's not it. Man, I can't remember how to do it. It's been a while since I did it. Um, let's see. Bear with me a minute. Bear with me a minute. I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. While I'm trying to figure this out, I got a few things I want y'all to listen to anyway. So this is what we get ready to do. I'm getting ready to share my screen. Get ready to share my screen, and we're going here first. And my disclaimer is I don't own none of this here. This don't have anything to do with my channel. It's just information I'm putting up, public information on YouTube. Don't have anything to do with me or my channel. It's just information. It's just information. I'm just giving information. Here we go.
Hello, Robert Kiyosaki. And as you know, we're in the middle of election season. So whether you're an American or throughout the world, this election between former President Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, Vice President, is the most confusing and chaotic election I've ever seen. But it's also, I think, the most important election of my lifetime. So we're going to be talking today, are you voting for a capitalist or a Marxist? In 1965, I left Hawaii and I went to military school in New York. Went to Federal Academy, nominations to Naval Academy, U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. And at the Academy, the economics we studied, this was one of them, Karl Marx. So at 18 years old, I had to read the Communist Manifesto, and it was eye-opening. And I thought it was kind of interesting. We fight communism, but nobody studies this book. You know, it made no sense to me. And I read this book and went, oh my God, I hate to say this. My family, many of my friends are Marxists. Now, don't get too excited. I'm not calling names here. You know, they're good people. Marxism is like a religion, you know, like Buddhism and Hinduism, Judaism. And capitalism is like a religion. So if you stick with me, there'll be 3 parts of the series. You'll find out what Marxists are. So the reason for this is my really good friend here, Donald Trump. This is the book on this T-shirt here. And to be perfectly upfront, being a capitalist, I'm selling this T-shirt for $50. And $5 goes to postage and handling, so you can send you $50 in. And $45 goes to Trump's campaign for president. I want him to win. Look, I support freedom of election, speech, religion. I support freedom. You want to vote for Kamala? Don't buy this T-shirt. You know what I mean? I don't expect you to buy it here. And support her hard too. It's freedom of elections here. But I love this guy here. He and I have written 2 books together. We have one more still in the works. And this is on the front of the T-shirt. So I don't want to get into politics because my poor dad was in politics. My poor dad ran for lieutenant governor of Hawaii as a Republican and got crushed. And I swore, this was back in the 70s, I would never get into politics. It's such a dirty, nasty, trashy game. It's everybody stabbing, lying, cheating, as you know. But the reason I support my friend Donald Trump here is we got together not as politicians, but as teachers. We teach capitalism. Donald Trump and I have taught all over the world together. I know some of you hate him. He says things he shouldn't say. I know that. And he is kind of a wise ass, which gets him in trouble, but he's a great man.
And I always saw you treat everybody with such respect. There was no such thing as a stupid question. You were always charming. You always made, you lifted the situation up. And that has really affected me because in my company, sometimes I think I'm better than people. And what I've learned from you is to be respectful of all people.
Well, I think it's always good.
Thank you.
Invest in Lift Aircraft, the company with $8 million in government contracts, proven demand, and massive press coverage. With $1 trillion market potential, we're pioneering technology and making personal flight accessible to everyone.
The Trumps are great people, in my opinion, as compared to the Bidens, Hunter Biden with his porno and drugs. You know, if you like that, like father, like son, you know what I mean? And Don Jr. and Eric Trump, I found out who they were because what I learned at the academy is this: actions speak louder than words. At my academy, Kings Point, it was acta non verba. So what I'm saying is I watch a person's actions, not their words here. So I first met Donald Jr. and Eric, and we were upstate New York, and we were in this little restaurant. We were shooting birds, and Don Jr. and Eric go in the back to the workers. And these guys are washing dishes and all this. And both boys shook everybody's hands. So they spoke a little bit of Spanish to them and all this. So I would say most of the people working there were illegals, but the boys were humans to them. They were very, very kind. We've hunted together in Hawaii and all this. So I know them very well. And their father is a very good man. So with that said, this is part 1 of a 3-part series. We're selling this T-shirt here. It's not about politics. It's about education. So this is the front. This is Midas Touch for entrepreneurs. Not an entrepreneur, don't buy the shirt. And back here is a saying, here is this. That's the back of the shirt. In other words, this is about financial education. Let me show the back of the shirt one more time so you can read it here. So Donald Trump and I taught capitalist education throughout the world. What causes communism or this here, is when the gap between rich and poor gets too wide. So after I went to the academy in New York, I graduated in 1969, and I had a high-paying job with Standard Oil of California. My background is oil. I make a lot of money in oil. But the Vietnam War was still on, and so I went to Vietnam, and I saw the problem. The reason there was a revolution in South Vietnam, one of the many, besides a corrupt government, was the gap between rich and poor was too wide. I remember I was a pilot flying off an aircraft carrier in 1972, going along the beaches of Vietnam, most beautiful beaches in the world. And I'm from Hawaii. Their beaches are second to none. And I saw all these French villas, these French Riviera villas, and they're all burned out. I mean, the poor people were so angry at the French, the rich, the conquerors, and they burned the place down. So this book has become more and more real. As I actually went to Vietnam, I fought communism, I fought Marxist. Unfortunately, we killed a lot of them, and they killed us. And the battle I was at that was most memorable was when the North Vietnamese ran south across the demilitarized zone, and it was the Battle of Quang Tri. We lost so many aircraft and so many men, and I knew we had lost. It was a terrible feeling. The North Vietnamese wanted to win more than our Vietnamese. And I remember flying back to the carrier and landing, we're all shot to heck. It's really sad because your friends don't come back. My aircraft lands, and it goes, where's George or where's theirs? You didn't make it. And you never see them again. They disappear, they're MIA or dead. And we go into the ready room, and there was a debrief. And our lieutenant colonel says, what you guys learn? And I raised my hand. All these pilots we're busted up. A lot of us had blood all over us from carrying bodies and things off into our aircrafts. And he says, what you guys learn? I raised my hand and I said, Colonel, how come their Vietnamese fight harder than our Vietnamese? I almost got court-martialed for that one, But I couldn't understand why the North Vietnamese communists fought harder than the South Vietnamese who had everything. And another thing too is that the North Vietnamese soldiers were skinny. The South Vietnamese a little chubbier. And so there's a thing about capitalism and the good life that's good, but we get weaker. That's one of the problems I have. So I'm going to say the question is, are you voting for a capitalist or a Marxist? I think we all know my friend Donald here is a capitalist, and that's what this shirt is for. And I want him to become president again. So is Kamala a capitalist or a Marxist? And if you read this book, you'll find out she is a hardcore Marxist. The way you know is by their actions and what they say. So at AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she's a bartender who became representative, the beauty of capitalism. And she says, a world to win. That's Marxism. Marxists want to take over the world. So I read this book here. I also learned something else, is that the way Marxism was going to take over America is via our school system. So what happened in America in 1930, Columbia University, prestigious, Ivy League college, their teachers' college invited Marxists from Germany to teach their teachers. So that was in 1930. And communism spread through America via our school teachers. So back in about 2022, I was at Arizona State University, one of the largest schools in America, and I got attacked by the school teachers because I was teaching capitalism. This is the first of 3 series. Question is Kamala a Marxist? The one thing you know about a Marxist is that they support the abolition of private property. That's rule number 1 of Marxism. And how do they steal your property? 2 ways: inflation, taxation. So once again, let me remind you, actions speak louder than the words. So when Biden came to office in 2020, what was his first act? His very first act was to cut the Keystone pipeline that ran from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. Again, I went to Kings Point. I'm a ring knocker and oil guy. I was selling oil under Trump. I was selling oil at $30 a barrel. I don't own oil shares. I own the oil in the ground. So I'm selling oil at $30 a barrel under Trump. And then Biden comes to town he cuts that pipeline, the price of oil went from $30 to $130. Immediately, I knew what Biden and Kamala were doing. By cutting that pipeline, inflation was going through the roof. So let me say it again. The number one rule of communism is the abolition of private property. The way they get rid of your property is via inflation, taxation. Those are the two things. So inflation went from, when oil went from $30 to $130 a barrel, I said, oh, I'm getting really, really rich. You know, I almost liked Biden. I don't like the guy, but I almost liked him because, you know, I'm making more money. But then I realized what they were doing. It was intentional. They want the gap between rich and poor to go wider, just like South Vietnam. So I remember not long after they cut the pipeline, I'm in South Carolina. I'm at a gas station. I see a woman with a car, you know, a SUV with like 4 kids in it. And she's watching the gas tank, you know, ding, ding. And I can almost read her mind saying, how do I feed the kids? Because I'm feeding the car. So what happens when you cut oil, the number one rule in civilization is energy drives civilization. Oil drives civilization. So when Biden and Harris cut that pipeline, again, actions speak louder than words. They knew what they were doing. They want the gap between the middle class and rich to go like this. They want the poor to get poor. Today, homelessness is going nuts, you know, all over the place. People can't afford a home because inflation's killing people. And then they blame Trump. But they cut the pipeline, not Trump. So that's one of the first things you can realize here is that what the communists want is the abolition of private property. And when you look at actions speak louder than words, the first act by President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris was to cut that pipeline. Oil went up, inflation goes up. You know, I make a lot of money.
If you're looking to sell your car, Carvana will give you a real offer in seconds. You will be paid right when they.
But even I choke when I go to have dinner, and you know, for lunch it's $50 now. It used to be like 25, now it's 50. I don't know how people are surviving. And Kamala says, I'm going to work for the middle class. I said, you screwed the middle class. Actions speak louder than words. So that's one of the first lessons I'll pass on to you. If you vote for a capitalist like Trump, you know, he'll make profits go up. You vote for a Marxist like Kamala, inflation will go up. And the first thing she says, what I'm going to propose is price controls. Well, if you study this thing here, price controls cause scarcity. In other words, when you go to a communist country, the supermarket shelves are bare because they have price controls. So she wants price controls. Marxism, pure. Trump would fill the shelves as a capitalist. One more thing that Marxists do, what she's saying is she wants to go after the supermarkets for gouging up the, you know, raising prices too high. That's silly, woman. I mean, I'm sure she's a highly intelligent person, but she studied business. Supermarkets like Safeway operate on a 1% margin. That means if they make $100, only $1 goes to their profit. And she's going to go after that $1 profit. All that's going to do is cause more scarcity, which will cause prices to go up. So that's my final comment. Are you voting for a capitalist or a Marxist? We're selling this T-shirt here. $50, you know, $5 goes to postage and handling. $45 goes to the Trump.
Okay. Let's go back. Stop sharing. Okay. What do y'all think? What do y'all think from that right there? What do y'all think from that? What do y'all think from that? Did anybody get anything from that? Like I said, any of the opinions that I'm putting up don't have anything to do with this channel or me personally. I'm just giving you information. Supposed to have been some guys supposed to have been coming on. I sent the links out to them. They haven't came in. Thumb up the video, thumb up the video, thumb up the video. Thumb up the video. Hit that thumbs up. If it's your first time coming to the channel, If it's the first time coming to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm just checking a few things here while I'm waiting on people to come into the building. If any come in, if they do, they do, and if they don't, they don't. No problem. No problem at all if they don't come in. So I'm just checking a few things here, trying to give people time to come into the building. Okay. Okay. I got something else. Let me see. I'm sharing my screen. Sharing my screen. Let me see. Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. Cancel. Okay, cancel. I'm having a little problem here. Hold on. No, it won't come up. Why won't it come up? I had a few other things. Let's see, is it this one? Okay, here go one right here. Let's listen to this here. Let's listen to this here. This brother here.
I recognize that there are a lot of angry, disillusioned people out there, upset with the slow pace of change. And I get it. It is reasonable to be frustrated. We all know we have a lot more work to do in this country.
I'm echoing for some reason. Let's see. Stop sharing. Let's see. Okay, I'm having a little difficulties here for some reason. I hit stop sharing and it's still sharing. Hold on, bear with me. This is what happens when you don't do it consistently. I done got a little rusty.
Barack Obama, do you think people have to do what you say? You act like you own us. You act like you own black people. You don't own me.
So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man.
And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala? She ain't one of us.
You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left.
I don't know what's going on. Boy, I'm having a problem with my screen sharing. Can't get this. Okay, hold on. I'm having difficulties here for some reason. My screen sharing is not working right. Bear with me. Let me try this again. Oh. Okay, let me try it again. Let me wait to see if it come on the screen. Okay, now let's try it now. Bear with me.
Do you think people have to do what you say? You act like you own us. You act like you own black people. You don't own me.
So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man.
And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala? She ain't one of us.
You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left your black community, Barack Obama, and you want to tell us how to vote? We're not having that, and we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
Black conservatives all over social media of all different ages have come out against Barack Obama after he had a message saying that the brothers are not supporting Kamala Harris, and that is an issue. They don't really recognize how much she relates to them, and we need to do something about this. I need to wake you guys up. These guys, these black conservatives, they came out with different messages. Many other ones, not as prominent on social media, came out with videos as well. We'll jump into those. But first, it's Sean Daniel here. And second, let's see what Barack Obama said directly to these group of brothers about the lack of support for Kamala Harris in the black community.
Communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
Because you're in trouble.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. Who's had to work harder and do more. And overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
I mean, I'm irritated just hearing this derogatory tone and messaging that Barack Obama is saying about how hard you have it as a black person. She relates to your struggle, your pain.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right,
It's talking to them like they're not capable and like they have it so much worse. And a lot of these black conservatives, they are not having it, starting with C.J. Pearson, 22 years old, amazingly well-spoken. Fun fact, all these guys that we've covered, I have met every single one of them, worked with some of them, except Vernon Jones. I don't know about him. Let's go.
President Obama yesterday tried to lecture into supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. Yo, so I'm C.J. Pearson, one of the young black men that President Obama yesterday tried to lecture into supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. Now, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I think that my ancestors fought far too hard for my right to vote in this country for me to support someone just because they look like me, especially when that person who looks like me doesn't give a damn about me. Kamala Harris, throughout her entire political career, hasn't done a single thing for black people, black men, or anyone, actually, for that matter. She failed to secure the border. She hasn't created a single job. She is actually probably uniquely terrible at her job. Barack Obama, another person who didn't do a damn thing for black people when he was president, believes that black men should set aside our disagreements, set aside our grievances, and just take one for the team. Barack, we've been taking one for the team when it comes to supporting the Democrat Party for decades. And what do we have to show for it? Our inner cities are destroyed. Violent crime is up. We are living in poverty in too many communities across this country. That is the reality of progressive policies in this country and all across America. So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man. No, I'm going to support Donald Trump, the president who actually delivered for black people, brought about the lowest black unemployment rate in our nation's history, the president who actually gave a damn about our community. That's not rocket science, Barack. It's common sense.
CJ is so good, and he's only 22. I met him when he was, I think, like 17, 16. And he does this off-the-cuff, well-put-together sentences, not just on a little video for social media. He does it in front of crowds. He does it in front of a crowd where the president is backstage. I've seen it without a script. It's impressive. Now let's jump to funny man Terrence Williams. Oh, Terrence.
I'm giving everybody a fair warning right now. You might not like my language in this video, so move on if you have sensitive ears. And also, send this video to Barack Obama. Barack Obama, I need to holler at you. Sit down so I can holler at you and look at me when I'm talking to you. Okay? So it took me a day to respond because I wanted to give you time to think about how stupid you sound. When you say you are ashamed that black people are not supporting Kamala Harris. And Barack Obama, do you not realize that this is America? You are a former president. So you should know that this is America. And black people have the right to vote for and support whoever they want. Black people have the right to support and vote for whoever they want. I have the right to wear this red hat. I have the right to support Trump. Black people don't have to support Kamala Harris. Barack Obama, do you think people have to do what you say? We don't have to do what you say. Who do you think you are? You are not God. We don't have to worship you.
True.
You want us to get down on our knees and worship you and bow down to you. Boy, bye. Do you think you are the ruler of black people? Do you think you are the king of the black community?
It's true.
Huh? No. You act like you own us. You act like you own black people. You don't own me.
Terrence makes a lot of good points, about the depthness with which Barack likes to get worshipped and to call out these guys that they need to vote for Kamala just because they are black and she is black, when really, that has no merit on really anything. You don't just want to be friends with somebody because of their skin color. You don't want to hire someone just because of their skin color. But can we tell Terrence, bro, you've been doing this for 6 years since I met you. I should text him. Terrence, why do you not flip your camera so it's not reversed and we can actually read what's on your hat? You'd think with millions of followers, he would know what he's doing. Now let's hear what David J. Harris Jr. has to say. Worked with David many times, done videos for him. All right, David, let's see what you got.
My, have the tides shifted? Are you kidding me? Barack Obama. I didn't vote for you either time. I saw right through you back then. And unfortunately, so many of my black brothers and sisters, my own family, they couldn't see through you. But now they can. You coming out trying to shame black men into voting for Kamala? Are you freaking kidding me? You sound like a slave master trying to get your slaves back on the plantation. Well, Barack Hussein Obama, you know, I always appreciated the fact that Obama, as an acronym, could also be mentioned. One big ass mistake, America. You didn't do nothing for the black community when you were in office. You pandered to the LGBTQ community, though. Oh, yeah, you pandered to them. You lit up the White House in rainbow colors and everything. What'd you do for the black community?
Sure.
What'd you do for America other than just inflame the race tensions in America? Yeah, that's right. You invited Black Lives Matter to the White House. You shamed Dallas police. You inflamed and stirred up racism in this country like nothing before. It wasn't Trump. It was you, Barack Obama. And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala. She ain't one of us. She's not pro-American. She's pro-illegal immigrant, period. Shame on you. I'm glad my black, brown, and white brothers and sisters are seeing right through you.
And it is a big deal that Obama was willing to go to an office, a campaign office, and publicly share out loud that, hey, we don't have that much support, and basically just try to guilt trip people. That's pretty eye-opening, because to realize it behind closed doors is one thing, but to publicly share that we don't really have this much support for this black woman, that is a whole nother level, which should tell you really how bad it really is. Let's hear from Vernon Jones, who is a guy who I believe ran for office before, former county executive, former state representative. Let's hear what Vernon has to say. He's the one I do not know. I've never worked with this guy. I don't know him. Worked with a lot of the black conservatives.
Hello, America, and hello, Georgia. I'm Vernon Jones, former state representative from the great state of Georgia. And I'm out doing my normal morning jog. By the way, it's a great day to be in Georgia. It's a beautiful fall day. But anyhow, I just had to pause for the cause. I, like many of you, observed and listened and watched Barack Obama last night as he addressed black men. But as a black man, he did everything but address us. What he did, he berated black men, he rebuked black men, he even scolded black men, primarily because we will not fall in line and vote for Madam Lock-Up Her Brother, Kamala Harris, because that's her record. As if black men are too stupid that we can't vote our self-interest.
At Byberg, we're experts in small business insurance. We think that
What's best for us, our pocketbook, our families. As if we've been immune to the past 3.5 years, as if we don't know that gas prices have been higher under Kamala Harris, food prices higher under Kamala Harris, interest rates on home mortgages higher under Kamala Harris, and runaway borders under Kamala Harris. But you know what? That's what the liberal white Democratic Party did. They dispatched Barack Obama out there to whip black men back on the plantation to vote Democrats.
True.
And you know, President Obama, he meant a lot to black people, but he didn't do anything for black people. And for him to want to come down from his mansion in Martha's Vineyard and tell black men how we should vote, really? You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left your black community, Barack Obama, and you want to tell us how to vote? We're not having that. And we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
One thing I can appreciate about Vernon compared to everybody else is that he was just poignant and to the point, just like CJ was. Because in social media age, having worked for these guys, been around it, you can have this like contest of outrage, who can give the most attention-seeking answer and outrage, which we saw right here with David Harris's video. How can I be as outraged and irritated by what Obama said without just breaking it down? Yes, okay, they might be frustrated by how ridiculous it is, what he was doing and the depth of it. And maybe it's personal history with how many people in their families. That's what I've heard from black conservatives that I know.
Okay. That ain't what I wanted to do. Okay, let's see what we got here. What we got here? Anybody get any comments here? Do we have any comments here? Do we have any comments? What we got here? Anybody have any comments? Let's read these comments. We'll read these comments. Okay. Trump might be a AZ hole, but he is a businessman. That's right. AZ hole. And then Ms. Grisby said, yeah, she related to the black man by putting them in jail. Oh, that's like my man said, Madam, lock him up. Madam, lock the black man up. That's for sure. That's her record. That's not no opinion. You can look that up and see that. So that's not an opinion. Okay. I got something else. Let me see something here. I'm just putting up some things that I went through and got. And let's see if we can get this here to share. This is the one I wanted to share. Let's see if it is shared now.
Now, I recognize that there are a lot of angry, disillusioned people out there upset with the slow pace of change. And I get it. It is reasonable to be frustrated. We all know we have a lot more work to do in this country. But to anyone out there thinking about sitting out this election or voting for Donald Trump or a third-party candidate in protest because you're fed up, let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage. So are you as men prepared to look into the eyes of the women and children you love and tell them that you supported this assault on our safety? And to the women listening, we have every right to demand that the men in our lives do better by us. We have to use our voices to make these choices clear to the men that we love. Our lives are worth more than their anger and disappointment. And we are more than just baby-making vessels. And if you are a woman who lives in a household of men that don't listen to you or value your opinion, just remember that your vote is a private matter. Regardless of the political views of your partner, you get to choose. You get to use your judgment and cast your vote for yourself and the women in your life. Remember, women, standing up for what is best for us can make the difference in this election. So let us use our voices in these final days to make it plain to the men in our lives that we need to stand not with Trump, but with us.
So now that you've seen it directly, and now that you're witnessing it in real time, because Democrats are so dusty and so desperate at this point that they're willing to say and do anything to get you to vote. They are willing to disrespect your men. Remember just a couple weeks ago when Barack Obama jumped online and he was having conversations with a bunch of beta male simps inside of Kamala Harris's campaign headquarters in an election state, in a swing state. And he was saying that, you know, he was speaking directly to the brothers. And he was saying that it's because we're misogynistic that we refuse to support and vote for a black woman in Kamala Harris. Now, again, none of us really know her true ancestry, or at least I don't. There are those that propose to know her ancestry, but I'm not going to speak on that because I don't think that was supposed to be important when we debating policies and immigration and economic policy and whether or not we need to be taxed more in our school system and all of these things that are supposed to be meaningful. But the Democrats refused to speak on that. And the landmark thing that they're going to talk about all the way up until Election Day is what they term reproductive rights. Now, reproductive rights, for those that are in the back or those that are new to me, is a woman's ability to remove an unwanted pregnancy. And at any point, that pregnancy can become unwanted, meaning that depending on how she feels at that time, it's her body, her choice, and it doesn't matter, all the way up until late stages in a pregnancy that she could decide that she doesn't want that pregnancy anymore, or she doesn't want the responsibility of being able to take care of that baby. Now, us as men, we're told that our ability to make that decision.
Why did Amazon send me $20,000? Because I use Amazon AI. I'm going to show you.
Decision is if we decide that we want to open up ourselves to having a relationship and then sexual relations with that woman. But it's her body, her choice. Her body, her choice. This is the thing that they standing on, is that they're removing unwanted pregnancies. And it blows my mind to think that so many women, and I'm hearing from it now that we're knee deep in this election, so many women are dead set on making sure that they support this Democratic Party that is demonic, in my opinion, and they're pushing things in our households that we don't want as conservative people. Most of us grew up in a conservative environment, even though we were incentivized to vote Democrat. And now she's tripling down, quadrupling down, times 10 on what Obama said and trying to shame you. She basically called y'all incels. She said your rage, your anger at what's going on in society should not translate in the way you voting. How you feel, what you going through, what your household is like should not translate into how you vote. And if you vote for Trump, you voting against women. Barack said he was going to get Michelle on us, and boy, did he ever get her on us. She's saying that disrespect the people in your household and your covering and your marriage and the covenant that you made before God, and go against that. And she also said that's your partner. She didn't say that was your husband. That was your spouse. That was the person that's responsible for your well-being. She said the person that you are in a relationship with, listen, I don't care what they tell you. When you go in that booth, that's your vote by yourself. Disrespect the person that you're with in order to align with an agenda that is not best for your family. How long are you guys going to tie yourself to a party that incentivize women to do things that is disrespectful to the man? They incentivize you to leave your household. They incentivize them to go file for child support. They incentivize them to be a part of the system. They incentivize them to go get a bunch of student loan debt so that they can ask for forgiveness. They incentivize them to do everything, and we already know that it translated into the worst community ever, because the ability to be able to choose for yourself, and they chose wrong 10 times out of 10. And so now you got Michelle Obama, who can't even relate to y'all, that's not even close to being able to relate to y'all, whose children is not in the same position as your children, is sitting there and telling you that you are the enemy of women if you decide to vote for Donald Trump. You are the enemy of your household if you decide to align yourself with your man and vote against Kamala Harris. You are the worst of the worst, and you are an incel if your women listen to you and decide to align themselves with you based off of what's best for your family. They telling you this to your face.
Right. That's right.
And how many more TikToks, how many more Instagram posts, how many more YouTube, how many more Facebook posts are we going to see where people are looking to these people as their celebrities and the people that they worship and that they should listen to, instead of listening to God and paying attention to what's best in your household based off of your own informed decision? They're shaming you for your vote now. This is how low they've stooped, to where they're shaming you into voting for them, even though you know for a fact that it's not in your best interest. Who you going to listen to? You going to listen to your man, or you going to listen to Michelle? Michelle was saying listen to them.
They're going to listen to
Apparently, Obama is the one that, Michelle is the one that ran the White House from 2008 through 2016. This is crazy. She said out of her mouth that you guys are to do the thing that is the opposite of what your husband, and she called him your partner. She ain't even got the respect level to say your husband. She said your partner. Don't care nothing about you, nothing about your household. The only thing they care about is maintaining power. Why?
Right, maintaining that power.
This is the message that y'all gonna take to the voting booth and to the
They
polls.
already took it.
I think not. I think that y'all smarter than that. I think that you're more masculine than that. And ain't no such thing as toxic masculinity. It's just masculinity.
That's right. Say that.
And don't allow nobody to come in your household and disrupt what you got going on. Make your own informed decision. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon.
Yeah.
And tonight, the Q show. Oh, we gonna get it in. Make sure y'all.
Thank you, my brother. Okay. Stop sharing. Okay. Anybody got anything to say about that? How many people in the house? 4 people in the building? Ain't nobody saying nothing, but okay. I sent the what's the names out to my people. They didn't come in, so okay. I think I'm gonna end it. I'm going here then. I got something for y'all to give you something to laugh about. I'm gonna give you something to laugh about. I'm gonna give you something to laugh about. Is my screen sharing? I'm gonna give you something to laugh about. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna give you something to laugh about. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna give you something to laugh about. Here we go. And like he just said, Big Mama Michelle want to divide your family, to tell you who the woman should go vote for. Don't listen to your husband. That's pretty much what she said. That's like my man said. Divide your family. But she ain't gonna divide hers, sitting up on the hill where she ain't worried about her kids eating or nothing else. They billionaires now. They went into the White House thousandaires and came out billionaires. Now you're gonna try to tell me who to vote for. Come on, man. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Hey, it's real Trump supporters out here, you feel me? We ain't robbing nobody on this song, baby. Salute that boy, you know, we coming in, we coming hard, we going tough. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 Black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. Ever seen a black patriot? Yeah, we exist. The Democrats use my color just to stay rich. Indict my president, you might as well indict me too. Call me an Uncle Tom, but really what Obama do? Not a damn thing, Trump was just that Chick-fil-A. Taking flicks with my people, he really showing face. Hey, Joe Biden, yeah, I really want to taste some. Poor kids is just as talented as white kids in this country. 3.6 million black kids in poverty. But these liberals putting illegal immigrants right in front of me. We should make them vote at the gas pump. We got fake news mad cause us niggas out here voting Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 Black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. I know your mama can't barely buy the groceries. They pushing genders on our kids, not rosaries. You get a Glock in the streets before you learn to read. You get some sauce, some white, some weed before a damn degree. Next thing you know, you going fed, getting a GED. I swear we fed the whole hood with the PPPs. Rappers pushing P, but I'm pushing knowledge. They hooked on EBT, but I was hooked on phonics. They wouldn't be so terrified of Donald Trump if Biden actually received 81 million votes. You know that boy Cabot, all aboard the Trump train. November 5th, every nigga in America vote for Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president.
What y'all got to say about that? What y'all got to say about that? Okay. Yeah, she related to the black man by putting them in jail. That's the fact. Okay, Grizzly, Miss Grizzly gives a thumbs up. I ain't heard nothing from Miss Elliott, so I guess she's not still in the building, I guess. I don't know. What can I say? Well, it is what it is. Here we go. I got one more. Which one is it? Is it this one? Okay, I got one more to share. Black
president, that's Trump. No, we got President Trump, not President Trump, sucker. He will never back down. My whole crew, keeping it MAGA when we roll through. Hey, when we roll through, keeping it MAGA. My whole crew, keeping it MAGA when we roll through. Keeping it MAGA. You know blacks voting Trump, I heard Biden's gonna fire us. But that's okay, cause Donald Trump's about to hire us. I pay the IRS, they send my bread to Ukraine. They killing babies, getting abortions, that's the new wave. 100 bands up on my chain, baby, I'm a rich slave. You voting Democrat, just know that come with 3K. The glove don't fit, they must have quit. OJ in this bitch. A message to Alvin Bragg, Uncle Trump is innocent. I was just in the Bronx, I seen it with my own eyes. It's a red wave, baby, I'm a patriot for life. Robert De Niro, ooh boy, we laughing at you. Let me guess, Donald Trump raped you too? Trump just ain't running against Biden at all. I blame the fake news, baby, they the virus. ABC, NBC, CNN too. I blame Obama and Bush, the Clinton family too. Black president, Donald Trump. Niggas make me feel pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm Michael Black man. Blacks for Trump, nigga. You hear what I'm trying to tell you to your face? You don't understand me. Get out of my face. Democrats gonna say, ooh, bop, choo-bop, shoo-bop. When the head on the United States, come grab my teeth from my throat to my head. To unfuck the left and the right, you know she got begging. And give up some loving, she don't stop begging. I know you're jealous about that, Democrat. Black president, Donald Trump, been spending most their lives living in a future paradise. Been wasting most their days, trying they won't go behind. Who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Separation, come on. Separation. Everybody must stick together. That's right. Integration. Man. Boom, boom. They can't fight against the black man and the white man when we are in unity. You see what I'm saying? See? Stick together. Stick together. This the roster speaking to your face. Trump, black. You know what I'm saying? That black and white must unite. You know what I mean? Little more, you know, see? Right.
Okay. All right, stop sharing. Okay, Ms. Elliott say I'm here. Don't think for 1 minute I would abandon the ship. Okay, but anyway, I'm just I just put a little something up. I had some people supposed to came in. They didn't come in. I sent the links to them, so they didn't come in, but it's okay because I was already had my silo loaded. I loaded my silo already anyway, because I just wanted to put some stuff up and just see what the feedback would be. So this is the Future Proud of For Real TV, and whatever. Okay, nice to hear rap without slang. Yeah, yes. That showed you I did a little research to find this stuff. It wasn't easy finding it. I found this stuff early. It wasn't easy finding it. Believe that. Wasn't easy finding it. Yeah, it wasn't easy finding it. I just got a text from the Juvenile Detention Center. They want me to come down tomorrow. I have to see what's going on though. But yeah, it wasn't easy to find it. Okay, laugh out that loud. They rapping the truth. Oh, ain't no question. Everything they putting out there is real. I'm glad we had a choice. Yeah, well, I mean, what do you mean you're glad you had a choice? You always got a choice. What do you mean you're glad you have a choice? Anytime it's an election, you got a choice. Come on now. But listen to what Big Mama Michelle said, though. She, in other words, said divide your family. She ain't saying divide her family. So y'all don't be listening. That's the problem with y'all black women. Y'all do not listen. But it's okay. I'm not finna rant and rave and go off for nothing because y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen. Because if you was listening, you wouldn't say you was glad you had a choice. We all know that. We all know if it's a race, it's got to be more. It got to be at least two people in the race. And see, this is what y'all don't understand. Kamala Harris, whatever her name, the Harris woman, she was chosen. They didn't even have a primary to let y'all vote to say this who y'all wanted to run for the Democratic Party for president. Because I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I'm neither one. I'm a black man before I'm anything. I'm a black man before I'm anything. So I stand with my people. But when it comes down to it, I stand with all people when it comes down to truth. When it comes down to truth, I stand with all people, no matter what color then. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't care what color you are then. I stand for the truth because you have to bring the people together under the truth. You cannot bring the people together under a lie. You can't tell lies and bring the people together. It's not going to stand. And that's why we're where we at now. Democratic Party, and we're not talking about what the Republic Party never promised us anything. The Democratic Party been promising us stuff for over 100 years. For over 100 years and haven't delivered yet. They want to keep us on their plantation. Okay? So I'm just talking about what it's been. It ain't been the Republicans. We've been on the Democratic plantation. We ain't been on the Republican plantation. So there you go. You can take it any way you want to. Whoever can take it any way they want to. But, you know, the truth is the truth. And the truth should set you free. At least that's what they say. So that's what they say. Okay. Okay, no, I mean a choice, period. Okay, all right. That's what Miss Elliott said. Miss Grisby said, I heard exactly what she said. Okay, Miss Elliott said, we are Americans, right? Okay. I don't know, are we? I don't know. Okay. I'm getting ready to end this, but I think I'm getting ready to end it with this. I'm getting ready to end it with this. I'm getting ready to end it with this.
Yeah. Hey, it's real Trump supporters out here. You
One
feel
more
me?
time,
Ain't
one
robbing
more time.
nobody on this song, baby. Salute that boy. You know, we coming in, we coming hard, we going tough. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. Ever seen a black patriot? Yeah, we exist. The Democrats use my color just to stay rich. Indict my president, you might as well indict me too. Call me your Uncle Tom, but really what Obama do? Not a damn thing, Trump was just that Chick-fil-A. Taking flicks with my people, he really showing face. Hey, Joe Biden, yeah, I really want to taste something. Poor kids is just as talented as white kids in this country. 3.6 million black kids in poverty. But these liberals putting illegal immigrants right in front of me. We should make them vote at the gas pump. We got fake news mad cause us niggas out here voting Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Hey, Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. I know your mama can't barely buy the groceries. They pushing genders on our kids, not rosaries. You get a Glock in these streets before you learn to read. You get some sauce, some white, some weed before a damn degree. Next thing you know, you going fed, getting a GED. I swear we fed the whole hood with the PPPs. Rappers pushing P, but I'm pushing knowledge. They hooked on EBT, but I was hooked on phonics. They wouldn't be so terrified of Donald Trump if Biden actually received 81 million votes. You know that boy Cabin, you know all aboard the Trump train. November 5th, every nigga in America vote for Trump. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Let's go. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. For real. Black MAGA, 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 black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president.
Okay. Stop sharing. I decided to end it like that. Okay. Miss Elliott says, thank you for sharing. Have a good night. All right. Everybody have a good night. Everybody have a good night. Peace and black power. And peace and blessings upon us all. Yeah. We all have a choice. You see what I'm saying? We all have a choice. But y'all need to listen to what Obama said about black men. Then here come Kamala. Big Mama Michelle. He said he was gonna get her on us. See, because I seen that stuff live when he was talking. Then here come Big Mama. He said he was gonna get Big Mama Michelle on us. You know what I'm saying? But she'll tell you to go against your husband and divide the family. But she ain't gonna do that. Obama went into the White House as a thousandaire, came out a billionaire, and you ain't heard nothing from him since to now. All 8 years he was the president. Crime rate was going out of his hometown, Chicago. He didn't go to them young brothers. He didn't do nothing with them young brothers. Brother Farrakhan did though. Brother Farrakhan was out there in them streets. Brother Farrakhan was out there in them streets. Obama wasn't out there. He ain't been out there because he ain't from there. Because he's not from there. He just all skin folks ain't your kin folks. So you can't run that on me. That bruh stuff and all that old stuff, you can't run that on me. As Robert Kiyosaki said, when I first started, when I put him on, when I first started this video, see what they do. That's what's going to tell who they are. See what they do. That's what's going to tell who they are. Not this. All skin folks ain't your kin folks. All skin folks ain't your kin folks. All skin folks ain't your kin folk. They'll sell you out with the quickness, but they can't sell you out because they never bought in. This is what we have to remember. Obama didn't sell out because he never bought in. Kamala Harris, she ain't going to sell you out because she never bought in. They never bought in. If they never bought in, they can't sell you out because they never bought in. See? If you never bought in, can't sell you out. They never bought in, they can't sell you out. They never bought in. There you go. I'm out of here. Peace of Black Power. Everybody have a good evening. Peace of Black Power. Is the first time coming to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Thumb up the video, thumb up the video, thumb up the video. Share it to your social medias. This was just really just something to do tonight. You dig what I'm saying? But you should have got some information from it, though. It was fun and games tonight, but you should have got information. It was fun and games, but I gave you information. If you was listening. One thing about my people, we don't listen. We hear, but we don't listen. Listening is an art that has been lost among my people. Listening is the art that has been lost among my people. Listening is an art that has been lost among my people. Because listening is an art. You got to pay attention and listen and pay attention. Stop hearing to respond. My people hear to respond. They don't listen and get the understanding and then respond. They hardly even hear what you say. They hear just enough to respond because they don't listen. Listening is an art. Peace of Black Power. I ain't going to keep going on. Peace of Black Power. Peace and blessings and everything else. I'm out of here.